Firstly, good evening, everyone. My name is Mrigank, Tripathi. I'm the founder and CEO of VOICETAP. We are here to represent again the M Education place. To us, really, mobile education is, we're really at the very, very initial stages of mobile education right now. I think education itself is quite a big market, and mobile education, everybody's just sort of playing around with it. But let's just take a step back before we dive really into this, right? So, if you remember, the Web 1.0 was really the web that connects information. The Web 2.0, where we're at today, is really the social web. It's going to connect people. Web 3.0 is supposed to connect knowledge as a semantic web. And Web 4.0, whenever we get to it, or X.0, is going to be the meta web that connects intelligence. But if you really wanted to connect knowledge, wherein everybody is trying to move towards mobile and internet and e-learning and so on and so forth, that's where we're actually getting to on the mobile education piece now. The classroom, as we all knew it, I think we'll all very well agree that today you learn more through Facebook. Hey, guess what? This is a great application, or here is a great report from someone, because someone just likes it, and it's become much more sort of informal and social, right? So there's interconnectivity happening. Each one of us has some amount of knowledge that can be shared with someone else, and you can actually monetize it. I might be an expert at how to get into an Ivy League B school. Someone else might be an expert at how to get into an informal, or how to develop an M education app, like the lady who was here before me. Teaching as we knew it, it was basically an event focus till date, right? All that we had it was pretty much instructor driven. You used to have courses, workshops, and you need to have content that's mandated by others' prescription of need, right? So till now, what the teacher believed was the best way of teaching was the way that you were always taught. You never really wanted to. Yesterday, actually, I signed up for this e-learning platform called Coursera, which surprise, actually allows us to take classes from Stanford, Harvard, Michigan, Princeton, all for free. Now, that's mandated by me. I wanted to sign up for something, not because that was the prescribed route. The 21st learner is really the process focus, right? So people expect to be able to learn, work, interact with each other whenever and wherever they want. And that's not yet happening, even with e-learning. You want to have relationships, you want to have conversations, you want to discuss more with peer-to-peer. Let's look at how we used to, if you take a child today, and we say, okay, how do you go about, what are your steps for education? He'll say, I'll buy my book, I will read the chapters, I will not understand something, so I'll go to my father. My father might not know how to solve a particular theorem, so I will go to my tutor. My tutor will do it, then I will discuss it with my peers, which is very social. My peers and I will actually then compete and assess ourselves at how good are we, and I'll feel very good about it, and so on and so forth. But is that naturally the way of doing things? And is that the best way of doing things? That's a question, and that's what's actually happening now. Relationships, conversations. The content is defined by the learner's perception of need. What do I want? I believe I'm not good at marketing, so I want to be better at that. But in India, unfortunately, that was really the global picture. So we have 135 million students and a US $50 billion market by 2015, and this is by ASSOCHAM. This is not a number that I've pulled out from somewhere. This is what is being touted. Unfortunately, in 08-09, you had a shortage of 600,000 classrooms. In an instructor or course-driven society, you have a shortage of 600,000 classrooms in yesteryears, 4 years back, and you need to be able to cater to 135 million. How are you going to do that? 50% of children move out of mainstream education over time due to various reasons, and one of them is, of course, the fact that no school is available near them, right? The internet hasn't really really picked up till date. It's still 11%, and unfortunately, but it's still 11%. So what can really bridge the gap? So globally, clearly, everything sort of evolves around the web. Web is everything. You have it on a tablet, you have it on your phones, you have it everywhere. But in India, you have only 11% of web penetration. How are you going to sort of bridge that? What can actually bridge the gap? So this is some actual stats on how web is being consumed globally. Now look at the difference. If you see this difference, it's like 90% and 10% globally. 10% people are actually accessing it over their mobiles today. And I'm talking in terms of the quantum of web being consumed globally. But if you look at India, this is the actual data. That's amazing. That is absolutely phenomenally amazing. When if the mobile is, we've all heard this cliche which says that mobile is going to be your first point of contact with the web. Here it is. This is exactly what it is. And most probably in the next few months, we will see the green line going over the blue one. And that gap will then actually become into an X. That is an immense, immense potential. But the problem is that we really don't even know how the hell to, what are we supposed to teach on the mobile? How are we supposed to teach it? Nobody knows that. We as a company, we've been doing this for the past 2 years. We were arguably one of the first companies in India which just said, you know what, we're not going to do anything else. We're just going to focus only on mobile education. And that's all that we've done for the past 2 years. So really what we do is, as a company, we're a technology company. We don't make content at all. We aggregate content from various partners. We have about 150 partnerships now with leading names like NIIT, Career Launcher, Brilliant Tutorial, Empower Learning, EdServe, and the list is fairly extensive. And we've come together with them, and we've actually created technology products for our customers. And our customers currently are Airtel, Tata Docomo, and Safaricom. We power the platform for Tata Docomo. We are the largest providers of education products on Airtel, and on Safaricom, we're obviously in talks with some of the other operators, but I won't put them up over here as yet. We've won quite a few awards. We were nominated to the top 5 GSMA. We were top 5 GSMA finalists in the category of M-Learning and education this year. Unfortunately, we didn't win it, and I dare say that the winner was a better product than ours, but we'll get there one day. We won the Red Herring Global, the Red Herring Asia, Top 100. We've been the finalists at the Mobile Premier Awards, and we've also been in the NASSCOM Top 10. All of that because of, the fact that we'd like to believe that we understood mobile education a bit better than the other guys. So, just to talk about this, how do people really learn? Let's just take a step back again. How do people learn? You have core learning, what you and I will all remember. We used to go to our classrooms and we used to learn, or our father used to explain to us the theorems and so on and so forth. And then you have supplemental learning, which you sort of pick up bits and bits here and there and you start learning it. What we've realized is that core learning, this is India. Core learning, mujhe kitab de do, is what everyone says. Where is my book? I want to read it right now. We have still not come across people who say, I will do this full course only on the net. Even if that is happening, it's not 100%. Nobody sort of migrated till date, 100%. It is coming up, but it is not there yet. Supplemental learning is where India is at today on the mobile. For various reasons. Number one, the mobiles aren't big enough, or the screen isn't big enough to be doing a lot of other things. Ebooks haven't really caught up as much as yet in India. Tablets are still being proliferated. Applications are not that sort of downloaded in India. And then what are they really looking for? So we actually went back to Google and said, okay, let's do a search. So 2,735 million searches last year in Google in the education category. Number 1 was jobs. Number 2 was career. This is how the actual stack up actually happened, right? So if you look at a lot of this, well, to cut a long story short, all of these searches basically translate into how a person actually thinks about what he wants on the mobile. And here's how he looks at it. What are my options? Where can I get admission? How can I get ahead in the race? What are my job opportunities? How can I improve my chances? That is it. That is all that an Indian is looking for today when he's thinking about education. And I'm not talking about, of course, the guy who's coming out of modern school of wit, getting into St. Stephen's and so on and so forth. I'm talking about, tier 2, tier 3, tier 4 towns. This is what these guys are looking at. They say, I want just this. Things like, how do I solve these textbook questions? How can I get ahead in the race? There's so much to do, so many options. What can I do? What are my options? I want to become a fashion designer. I'm tired of trying to find the right person to advise me. These are all rare cases. I'm sure we would have felt the same at some particular point in time. I know I did when I was sort of graduating out of college. I did feel this. Where can I get admission? What can I do to earn a living? What are my job opportunities? Our platform has actually got products that are designed to solve these Indian problems. And we have We've done this after literally, like I said, 2 years of being out there in the market, doing multiple face-to-face, interacting with people, figuring out, what works, what doesn't work, doing testing, and so on and so forth. So how can I solve these textbook questions? We've not tackled it from a whether you have a smartphone, whether you have a feature phone perspective. We said, yeah, how would you consume it? What can I give you so that you consume things on your mobile? NCERT textbook solutions, right? Physics, class 8th, chapter 10, question number 5. How do I solve this question? It's happened to all of us, right? We've actually come up against that roadblock. We've got that solution. Ask an expert service. You can actually SMS us your question, and we'll have an expert actually answer that back to you. Career counseling. You can get onto a call with a live career counselor and get counseled. It's not like, there's somebody recording it and stuff. Nothing like that. Scholarship alerts. We'll actually tell you, okay, hey, here's something that will actually help you move ahead. Career counseling. Again, recorded expert advice. Personality tests. So much to do, so little time. All over IVR, SMS. Very, very simplistic stuff right now. Ask an expert service. Want to become so we've got job prep packs, career counseling, office vocab, English on mobile, a whole host of things. Career counseling, ask an expert, language enhancement, video content, audio, video, documentational, textual content, push content, alerts and stuff. And all of this is on our platform, which is called Tutor on Mobile. This platform is live now with Tata Docomo. This platform is also live with Airtel. These are just some stats about what we are doing today. So the total number of users who've actually used the platform till date are about 2.05 million. Right? The active number of users as on date are about 700,000. The engagement percentage for these users is over 55%. Now that's staggering numbers. Why is that happening? We don't use Welty, we don't use any engagement tools. All that we do is, if our service is valuable, you'll come back to us. If it's not valuable, you'll move away. At some particular point in time, the 1.3 million people actually did use it, and then they moved away. We've done a total revenue of over 7 crores for these various operators, for these two operators, and we've been active since October 11. So that's a fairly short time for us to be able to ramp it up to this level, right? Education, everybody's been talking about that, hey, it's not, we don't know what's going to happen and stuff, but here it is. Here's the sort of real proof that it can happen using very simplistic products. How does it work for the consumer? So what we've done is, like I was saying earlier, everyone has some knowledge. Someone over here might know how to develop an app. Somebody over here might be able to guide somebody related to a particular piece of advice. You can come and put up your own content, and all of this is available on a website, also available over text, over SMS, over voice. User-generated video contents, you have knowledge classes wherein you can actually get on and talk to live experts directly. And there are live interactions that are happening. So this is the dashboard of our actual platform. For the content provider, they will basically tie up with us, or they can upload their direct content. User can browse the content, buy it, and consume the content, and the provider can actually make some money from this. I want to take a step back over here, and I just want to take you through the use case of one user who actually went through from all our mediums. Right? Actually, let me move forward to that. So like I said, the platform itself has got all of these components in one place. We're not sort of separating multiple things. Because of the fact that the database is the same, I can actually track that what does this guy want and what should I give him next. So I'll give you an example now. There's a guy from Akola by the name of I think his name was Sudarshan Vadkar. SMS'd us. He SMS'd us in March of this year, March, maybe April this year. And he said, I don't expect to get more than 60% in my 12th. But I want to do script writing. What should I do? It's a very specific question. It's a very, very specific question of somebody who does not have the ability or the connectivity to be able to dial in or get onto the web to be able to understand what he wants. So it went to our Ask an Expert service. An expert answered that query, and the expert basically sent in that, hey, listen, if you're thinking of getting less than 60%, my suggestion is do A, B, C, and D, and there are certain areas where you can go and do script writing. Okay, great. Then we held a live knowledge conference with the associate director of RA1 on careers in the film industry. He dialed in again. because we knew that this guy was interested in films. We told him that, hey, listen, this is actually happening. Would you want to dial in? He dialed in again, asked two very pertinent questions, got off. Then he SMS'd us, give us the actual details and the application procedure. Is there some scholarship available for him? All of this over mobile without ever interacting with the live person. He got that, and he got admission to a particular institute, and then he sent us a specific message saying, thank you so much. I don't think I would have been here without you guys. Now that was very heartwarming to me, right? That we actually had a service which made a difference to someone's life, in whatever small way. Maybe that's an individual. I would like to believe that more and more people have actually benefited from it. So what we offer today is anytime, anywhere knowledge. It's over voice, video, text, and image content. A technology platform that allows content providers to distribute direct interactions with experts over voice. Now this is key. Because the next one, which is an interactive video class on the mobile, we don't provide today. However, here's what our vision really is. Our vision is that if you're really a teacher, if you have teachers and users and anywhere else across, let's say India, I just put up the map of India, it could be anywhere across the world, you could be sitting wherever the hell you are, a moderator could be some other place, and you should be able to take a live class with anyone else who's just got a mobile on them, in a live environment. And I'm sorry, I was not able to show you the pre-launch demo of our version 2 of the platform, but it looks something like this. So you will actually have a live tutor on your mobile working on simple GPRS. That guy's video, you can take a poll, you can share video, you can chat with the tutor, you will have a shared whiteboard. So if FitG today could actually stand up and say, okay, I'm going to take a class for anyone who wants to know about math. My math guru is going to take a class. You need to get onto this. And you will be able to take a live class with FitG's math guru giving you math tips. That's where we believe it can get to. We're still a bit far away from it for multiple reasons. One is, of course, that I don't think that technology today or the infrastructure today supports all of this in every place. This will be OS dependent as well. It's not available on feature phones, of course, and this will be more like an app. So that's about it. Happy to answer any questions. So almost 65% of our people come from tier 2, tier 3 cities. From tier 2, tier 3 cities. So the demographic is from the dipstick that we've done. The demographic is between 15 to 30. That's the majority of the people. It's about 80%, 85% of those. Some parents also do come over here to find out what is the sort of career guidance they can give the parents.
Basically, for only reference if you are stuck somewhere, but not for a proper
So you're right. We do have all that content available. So for example, if you want to figure out how to solve the Pythagoras theorem for a namesake, you can do that. Just SMS us, we'll send you a link, you can look at that, or you can download that video from there. But for that you do need to have a GPRS connection. I can't show you how to solve the Pythagoras theorem on SMS or on the phone, on your feature phone, but I can allow you to download it, which happens a lot nowadays. So that is something that we do. To take a full course on the mobile today, it's extremely difficult. Exactly. That's where this is coming in.
So it's only a query-based kind of service, wherein the person gets stuck in something or wants an additional info, he tells you.
And classes, and live classes. So live classes over voice right now, right? We allow all of that. We have got even people so far as some teacher from Jalandhar, some tutor from Jalandhar has actually also got onto this and said, okay, I'm going to teach math. And people have dialed in and asked him his specific question. And strangely enough, even over voice, these guys seem to have some specific language that they talk. Say, if you look at this and that, and so people understand that. Say, yes, sir, thank you, sir, and they go away. So it does work. It's not like it can't work. Mobile education, if you're saying here, can I do my full class 8 on my mobile? No, I can't. And I believe that you can't today. I'm not saying that will be the case tomorrow. There are lots of courses that are happening now in Vritti and all the other companies. They're actually making tablets now, which are going to be shipped. So I'm not saying that it can't happen tomorrow, but today, I don't think so. At least on the type of handsets that we have in India.
your custom apps also, you're working for say tablets and stuff?
Yes, we are. We are developing apps, but those apps are will encompass, like I said, that's the next version, wherein I should be able to give you a learning about whatever you want. One thing that I do want to state at this point is that mostly people believe M education equals K-12 education or +3 education or +2 education after that. We believe otherwise. We believe that M education could also be the welder. How the hell should I get the best welding class? I mean, look at it this way. NSDC has got a target of 140 million people by 2022. How are they going to get there? Unless and until you don't leverage technology. And that's, we've had these discussions even with NSDC, that can there be a mechanism wherein a guy can actually get trained on a particular skill set using mobiles? That's where we come from. I don't say that I will replace Career Launcher's class, physical class. I don't say that. Career Launcher has its own value and everybody wants to go there. By all means, please go there. But Career Launcher also wants to be able to reach out to newer customers who will not be able to come to their class. That's where we come in.
Is that what you're focusing on, trade and skill development with direct connect with the industry?
Yes. Trade skill development. Also, we've also got the whole content base. See, we're really the tech play. We're the platform. And I will make this platform available to anybody and everybody who wants it. And whoever's got the content, when we started this whole education play, we realized the folly of it, which was the following. You go to NIIT, you go to anyone, they've got like terabytes of data with them, terabytes. But you can't put it on a mobile. Because the content has not been made for the mobile. It's been made for a large screen. And now, when they've actually started seeing traction, is when they started to say, oh, maybe we need to put it into also 5-minute clips, or have it slightly bigger. We can't have micro unit. You can't have all that. So that's a huge issue. Also from the industry perspective. But now people are moving more and more towards how can I do that? And they have the content. They understand how they'll do it. We're not the guys to question that. And we're not going to step into that zone. What I will do is open up their doors to every single guy who can actually get onto a mobile with it, so that you can consume their content. That's what we do.
It's one thing like the Khan Academy. There's a lot of data there. Okay?
Exactly.
How do you really hyper-localize and customize it for a specific period?
So I don't hyper-localize or customize it. I leave it to the end user to want to choose whatever he wants. He wants the Khan Academy course, please take it. He wants the course on masters in music technology from University of Michigan, please take that. I'm not the one to shove something down his throat. But what I do is I do have the platform and I do have the aggregation on top of it to allow you to do it. Right? You could go right from how to weld best to repair something to that level. Doesn't matter. Our technology will support everything. Yeah. So Docomo, the product is called Tutor Mobile. Docomo and on Airtel we've got about 6 products live right now in different names. So the same platform, but we've broken it up differently. So that's live.
How expensive is this for the student?
2 rupees a day, sir. It's up to him. It's up to him. Well, there are multiple models, but I'm saying that from a 2 rupee a day perspective, he can use whatever he wants. Doesn't matter. At the end of the day, I've got the content. It's no incremental cost to me. Very small incremental cost to me. Please use it. For me, right now, it is more important that users actually start using it, rather than me starting making potloads of money from it on day one. And we've gone through 2 million people. And that learning has been absolutely stellar, because now I know exactly at what time do people dial in. If I say, what will they disconnect? What is it that sells most? How do people think about, question answers? I know all that now. And I can very easily now adaptize that because I have my central engine, to an app, onto a tablet, onto making it available on the web also, should that be. Whatever I want to do, but I have that knowledge now. And that's why we've actually kept it, very small price. Just take it, not a problem. So that's what we do. Any other questions? Okay, thank you.